Matty,
I must have fumbled.
Yeah, you were like KB. They always hang shit on KB, you never. But then again, you could kick. Look, that was the beauty of it. And what was it with you kicking for goal? What routine did you have? Who helped you during the career?
Yeah, look, I was pretty lucky. I was always a long kick, but had no routine, and I was lucky enough to come to the club when Royce Hart was still around, and Royce saw the potential that I could possibly play in the forward line, and he had a routine that he did to kick for goal, and there were 6 steps on how to kick for goal, and I copied Royce, and it worked pretty well. So I didn't realise that I, took 11 steps to kick for goal and all that sort of stuff, which you just got into a routine, and if you missed one, which happened every now and then, you sort of knew what you'd done wrong, because I never changed my routine. And you have a look at all the full forwards around that have been great goal kickers. Plugger Lockett had a routine. Matthew Lloyd had a routine, throwing the grass up in the air. Jason Dunstall had a routine, and most of the players didn't change their goal kicking style or routine. They just, my mate Richo, who we loved and I helped out there for a while, he changed his routine every kick. So.
But when you were there, actually kicked the straightest he's ever kicked when you were looking
Richo,
after?
before he did his knee, I think was up, I could be wrong, but it was either 29 goals 3 or something like that when I was taking him for his goal kicking. But then he came back from his knee and I was working full time, and it was a bit harder to get down there. So Richo took advice from everybody and changed his routine all the time. But he was a terrific person to work for.
Now, you were 2 red in Tasmania. Tell us how we got to know they are. I stayed over there for 3 years. I know what they're like. Give us an idea of how you actually got recruited to the Richmond. Pretty close.
I was down in Tassie and playing in a Northern Tasmanian Schoolboys Championship, and we played against Southern Tasmania. And I must have done something that the footy club thought was okay, and there was a fellow by the name of Harry Jenkins who recruited Royce Hart, saw me play and found Mum in the grandstand, which was exciting, and they said that we're pretty keen on maybe your boy coming to Melbourne, and I just couldn't believe that somebody thought I could make it. And Richmond were very good. We had Graham Richmond, who was the recruiting guy, Alan Spot, and Richmond signed me up, which was lovely. So definitely.
Now, having seen the market, and it was a fantastic market. You got to see what happened. I was actually injured that day, and I wasn't actually playing the game.
Well, as you get older, that market's
on.
I could see that the doorman at the Hilton was picking his nose at the time. But no, look, I was just lucky. It was a missed kick. I remember leading out from full forward. Graham Robertson, who was Jimmy Dess's brother-in-law, kicked the ball. It was I don't think it was aiming for me, but the pack was coming back, and I jumped, not knowing that they're there, and all of a sudden I thought, ooh, somebody under here. So, and they jumped, and I jumped, and lucky enough to grab it, and I did let it go just as I hit the ground, Flea, but the umpire blew the whistle, so I was very pleased.
But just on that, because your mum and dad were at the game.
Yeah, look, Mum and Dad from Tassie, they just happened to be across. It was only sort of round 5, 1979, so it wasn't a really big game or anything like that. But Mum and Dad happened to be over to come and see their boy play, and Mum suffers with migraines, and whether it was the excitement of the game, Mum had gone off to the toilet to be ill and had missed the mark. When she came back, Dad said, "You ought to see what Mike just did." And Mum said, "Oh damn, I missed it." No, she couldn't swear. Dash, I missed it. So usually you go to the aftermatch, but Mum was feeling quite ill, so I said, we'll go straight home, Mum. We're living in a flat in Hawthorn, and Mum went in, she said she'd feel better after a cup of tea, so she went in and got some milk. And back in those days, they used to have the Herald, late Herald or Herald Sun, and she came out with about 3 or 4 Herald Suns, and I'm on the front, so it was just one of those lucky things that, I could have been maybe out at Western Oval and there'd be nobody out there with a camera, but I was lucky that there was somebody from the Truth newspaper and somebody from the Herald Sun were there to snap that mark. I'm just very lucky. Mum was pretty pleased.
just off. Look, we've 19.